Good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you. Let me extend my warm welcome to one and all today in this live event on modern data science. I, Rajmohan Desarkar of Ardent Computech Private Limited, is so proud to have with me the distinguished speaker of the day, Mr. Prabhuddha Samajdar. Along with me on the dais, I also have Mr. Indranil Desarkar, the HR Director of Ardent Computech Private Limited. Ardent Computech Private Limited is one of the oldest learning and consulting IT company in eastern part of India. We started our journey in the year 2002. It's been 18 years when we are contributing towards the learning and development activity of the students and professionals, not only in Eastern India, West Bengal, but across the country and even globally. It's been always our initiative to bring these kind of sessions to the students, either in a classroom format or today in an online format. Due to COVID 19, we all know that most of us are working from home. And today, I hope there are students, professionals who are listening to us, and most of them are at their home and attending this session today. We strive to bring such sessions regularly to all of you so that you get some idea about a technology that's happening and trending in the industry. And nothing is better than from someone who is so experienced and who has worked in this technology for several years. Ardent always have initiated its activities in partnership with major global companies like Microsoft, Autodesk, Adobe. And we are also very proud to be associated with the government of West Bengal through the BBSSD scheme. And we are an MSME affiliated to the government of India. Today, this program is conducted along with another society and trust known as Academy of Skill Development, which is also dedicated towards the learning activities and the development activities of students and professionals. So first of all, I would like to say all of you, congratulations, you have taken the right step. You have taken the right step to attend this particular session online, and this right step you should take ahead in future by learning more and more new technologies, getting your hands dirty by practicing these technologies. Let me not waste any time and straight away introduce today's speaker. Now, today I'm proud that we have Prabhuddha Samajdar, who is the Senior Manager Delivery, Cognizant Technology Solutions, Kolkata. Prabhuddha has 16 years of IT experience in IT giants like Accenture, TCS, and Cognizant. Prabhuddha is a data management expert and analyst with experience and exposure in different data-driven technologies like big data, master data management, data integration, etc. He is also a certified big data analyst and cloud management expert. Apart from his professional feathers that he has, Prabhuddha is an enthusiast traveler, creative photographer, and an amazing singer. So, without wasting any further time, I would like to invite our today's special guest and the expert from the industry, Mr. Prabuddha Samadar, and I would request him to present today's webinar.
Thank you, Raj. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible, Prabuddha.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First of all, heartfelt thanks to Ardent, Raj and Indranil for giving me this opportunity to come in front of you to share my experience. And I try to be as focused as possible to give you a proper overview of modern data science and data technologies that is being used across the industries nowadays. So since we have a limited time in hand, so without wasting my time, I'm jumping into today's session. Just bear me for a moment to share my screen. So I hope the screen is visible. Is it visible? Raj, if you can confirm, if the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, Prabuddha, it's visible. It's visible. It's visible to all.
Thank you. So let's get started, dear friends. You all are computer science enthusiasts, and we gonna discuss today on important aspect of computer science industry today, or the information technology industry, which is modern data science. So the topics we are going to cover in today's session, I just have a let's have a quick highlight or quick look into it. So end of the session, we will be understanding what is modern data science is. We will be tapping various source of data. What are the different sources of data that we'll understand from this session? We will understand the modern data management and storage techniques. What are the different type of data management techniques that is being used across the industry, and what are the storage techniques has been adopted across the globe. We understand the master data management as a part of the data management area, and we will understand the need of master data management. We understand the MDM information flow, how the master data management information flows from different channels, and we'll understand what are the career opportunity in master data management. Then we'll move into the evolution of big data. What is big data actually? We will understand the structure of big data, how it looks like, and what exactly it is. We will understand the big data pyramid, which is mainly forms of different technologies being used under big data. And we will look into the big data business cases. We'll also have a quick look on the cloud implementations of big data technologies. And end of the session, we will have a question answer and a quick quiz, a small quiz, which we will be discussing based on that. So moving ahead, after our we will understand what exactly the modern data and data science in a quick snapshot. First of all, what exactly data science is, that we need to understand. So data science is nothing but it's an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from many structured and unstructured data. Data science is related to data management, analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and so this is a theoretical or bookish definition, what we have mentioned over here. Let's try to understand data science in a very simplistic form. Okay. Let's say the data you have today in internet is your social media data. That is, you all have a Facebook account. Some of you might have a Twitter account. Some of you browses through Instagram, and some of you all have a LinkedIn account also. So that is your social media data. So if I uh, understand, uh, all of you are a customer for apparel industries. Let's say some of you who have uh, Instagram account or and Facebook accounts buys t-shirts, jeans from pantaloons. Okay, so in that way you are a customer of pantaloons. Now, how this information of your social media feed and your other feeds. Let's say if you use a credit card, then also your information is financial feeds, data feeds can be reached to Pantaloons. Pantaloon can use those data effectively to understand you better. If you like white shirt, to propose you white shirts. If you like jeans, then what are the offers on jeans comes up, they can propose you in a better manner. So all these things happens with the science, with the technology, and that is nothing but data science. So all these things, to understand your choices, to understand your likes, dislikes, to wish you on your birthday, all this comes from a science background, from a technology background. And all these are comes from data management, data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. The first thing we need to focus on is to arrange the data, manage your data. So let's say if I have a wardrobe uh, with full of apparels, a tuxedo, suit, a blazer, shirts, t-shirts, full of apparels. I need to arrange my wardrobe first in a proper manner. Then probably I can categorize that how many suits I have, how many jeans I have, how many formal pants I have. Those categorizations and use of betterment or buying new apparels can happen later onwards, or we can figure out after arranging our wardrobe. So arranging data or managing the data is the foremost thing. Our discussion today will be majorly focused on data management here. So in a very simplistic manner, we will cover today data management and a tinge of data analytics. Data management, as we were discussing, is the process of ingesting, storing, organizing, and maintaining data. The data management process includes a combination of different functions that collectively aim to take care that the data in corporate system is accurate, available, and accessible. Okay. So this is how data management is being used in different organizations. Let it be uh, apparel industry, let it be insurance industry or banking industry. And the different technologies being involved here is master data management, big data, data warehouse, data lake, etc. So our discussion today will be mainly focused on the data management area. Once you manage the data, you arranged it properly, then the data can be further used for different business benefits. Data analytics is one of the key area for understanding and analyzing different business. So different technologies are being used for data analytics. Those are R programming, Python, Spark, etc. Data analytics, machine learning, deep learning is not in scope for today's discussion. So let's get started with the data management part. Let's understand what are the various source of data, from where the industries gathers data, or what are the different important areas through which we accumulate data. The first and foremost things about the data source we would like to discuss is our social data. This provides insight to companies about consumer behavior and buying patterns. Can be integrated with customer relationship management for analysis of customer behavior. Uh, I hope you all aware that how social media data can be well used to understand your sentiments, your like dislikes. So, analyzing someone's Facebook profile or Twitter profile or Instagram profile, you can understand a person in a much better way. Let's say, for example, uh, myself. If you go through my Instagram profile, you will find a series of wildlife photographs. So that reflects that I'm a wildlife enthusiast. If you go to my Facebook profile, you will find there are plenty of albums created where I have my travel photos published. I have a travel log made. And the group I have subscribed in Facebook, you can see that there are a number of musical groups, travel groups I have been subscribed. So that reflects my personality, that reflect my choices, and a clever businessman can use that as a tool to impress me. For example, let's say person X owns, uh, again, let's take a Apple Industries example. Let's say Pantaloons or Fab India or whatsoever, and analyzes my Facebook data. And they understand with my Facebook and Instagram data that I am a wildlife enthusiast. So they can, publish advertisements, or they can provide offers with respect to the jungle printed t-shirts, wildlife t-shirts, or different t-shirts and shirts or apparels that are related to travels, jungles, wildlife, etc. And some of they can, focus with respect to music areas as well. If a clever businessman, let's say from Amazon, if they see my browsing pattern, what are the items I have browsed, they understands that I mostly browse in Amazon for musical instruments, violins, guitars, or musical microphones. So they can give me more promotional offers or some gift vouchers related to those lines. So this is how social data is important, and social data feeds are important. Machine data. This can be real-time data from sensors that track parts and monitors machinery, also called the Internet of Things. Now, how come a CCTV camera footage is, help us to grow our business or to understand our customer data? So we have very interesting examples in those areas as well. Just to cut it short, CCTV has been installed in all of retail stores, be it Spencer's or Big Bazaar. Every retail stores have CCTV camera installed. Now, how those CCTV footages can be important to understand your customer? Let's say I get into Amazon's Spencer store regularly. or Big Bazaar store regularly. I'm a known customer, and I always go to Spencer, pick up a milk jar, pick up a chicken packet, and moves out. So the store manager can check my buying pattern from CCTV camera, that this fellow always picks up a milk jar, always picks up a chicken packet and moves out. He doesn't buy anything. So give him some offer on some other stuff. Let's say on cold drinks, let's say on some cooking oils or something else. Give him some offer and push him to buy something more. Even some store managers are clever enough. They keep the chicken and milk into different areas of the store, so that I have to travel the store in a longer path to pick up my milk jar and chicken. And during my path of travel, there are high possibility that I will pick up something and putting it into my basket. So this is how CCTV footage is also become very important, source of data for understanding customers' buying pattern, or the dislike and likes of the customers. The next is the transaction data. Rather, I would say this is a transactional and operational data. Uh, as I was discussing, the browsing pattern of Amazon, or the kind of pizza you are ordering in Domino's, through which the business owner can understand that what are the things you exactly like. In Amazon, if you don't visit at all the its apparel stores, then Amazon will understand that you are not interested in that line. If you only browse through electronics items, Amazon will understand that your interest only on the electronics goods. So let's give him some offers, some discounts on the electronic stuff. So this is how transactional data are important. So these are the three major area of data: social data, machine data, and transactional data. Going forward, we will understand how this data can be ingested or accumulated and stored in different technologies, using different technologies. So, as we discussed in our previous slide, that we have transactional data, social data, and machine data. Transactional data is more of a structured data. Social and machine data are unstructured data. Transactional data management techniques is mostly master data management, and this happens on premise as well as on cloud. Whereas social data and machine data always use cloud storage, and the data management techniques used is big data management. So first of all, what is the structured and unstructured data? Structured data is nothing but the data that has a specific pattern or a specific way of representation. For example, I hope you guys have already known database technologies and database tables. Even if you have seen Excel table or Excel data entries, those are structured data because it has a proper pattern of representation. It has a column, it has a row. So structured data are stored in relational database management systems, follows RDBMS rules, follows table structures, proper table structures, and that's why they are structured. And this can be stored on on-premise database servers as well as in cloud servers. Social data, your Facebook extractions, machine data, CCTV footage, these can also be stored in technologies which is known as big data. So big data management can be helped to store all these data which are unstructured. Your social media feed, if we extract your social media data, it doesn't come with a proper structural form of a table. It comes in a haphazard manner. mostly it is comes as a HTML extract or an XML extract or a JSON file extract. These are different types of files. So in a nutshell, social data and machine data can be stored in a data management technique, but in an unstructured form. And the data volume is huge, so it cannot be stored in a on-premise server. Preferably, these are stored in cloud storage because cloud storage provides a huge volume of storage where you can accumulate those data. The following graph shows a leading unstructured data challenges in percentage from the most challenging to the least challenging areas. The data growth, data infrastructure, data governance, data integration, data velocity, data variety, data compliance, and data visualization all are very important fields. For example, in data growth, have you ever thought posting photos in Facebook that, my God, if I post 100 photographs, my Facebook storage will be gone? Facebook has never gives you an alert that your storage is limited because Facebook uses cloud storage technique, big data management to accumulate your data, and definitely they want more informations from you, more inputs from you, and it's free of cost. However, if you use Google Drive, at certain point of time, Google Drive will ask you to buy some more storage, but you can upload a substantial amount of data using Google storage. That is also a type of cloud storage. Data infrastructure is our cloud part, which we will be discussing at the later point. And data integration, data velocity, data variety, everything we will be touching upon in our ongoing slides. So moving forward on the data management techniques, as I was telling that the first and foremost thing about data is to manage the data properly. If we manage our business data in a proper manner, then we can extract more insights from that data that will help to grow my business in better way. So what exactly master data management is? Master data management is the sum of the principles, standards, processes, rules, systems required to deliver a single version of the truth for critical business entities. Again, let's omit the bookish definition and let's understand what exactly master data management is from an industry or a day-to-day life example. All of us rather, we buy t-shirts and shirts from online stores and going directly visiting to the stores, the physical stores. Let's take an example of pantaloons. Pantaloons, a particular retail outlet, a pantaloon shop may have 100 visitors in a day. Out of those 100 visitors, let's say they have 10 are regular customers. How they identify their regular customers? By face, by remembering them. There has to be a mechanism to identify their regular customers who are loyal to them, who buys their goods in a regular manner, and they are actually eligible to get discounts because they buy more. And there are some window shoppers like me who always visits in the pantaloon stores, browses around and buys nothing. How to identify those type of customers also who are not eligible to get any sorts of discounts or any sorts of deals? For that, master data management is important to identify your customers in a better manner. Now, let's take an example that there are two Prabhupada. One is Prabhupada Shamadar and another is Prabhupada S. Let's say Prabhupada Saxena. Both are Prabhupada, and Prabhupada Shamadar is fake customer who just do a window shopping, and Prabhupada Saxena is a honest customer who always does and buys stuff. So, master data management gathers Prabhupada Samadar and Prabhupada Saxena's informations, stores, manages in a proper format with some rules and standards and principles, and identified that who is a valued customer and who is not. The technology behind it is master data management, nothing else. So let's say, let's do a deep dive again. That master data is a single source of basic business data used across multiple systems, applications, and or processes. The meaning of this is pantaloons can have multiple stores. If I buy a shirt today from Pantaloon Kakurgachi outlet, and the next day if I buy a shirt from Pantaloon Goriahat outlet, both the outlet representative has to identify me as a valued customer. It's something like, it shouldn't be like that. The Kakurgachi outlet identifies me as a valued customer, and the Goriahat outlet don't know me at all. So we need a single source of basic business data, which is used across multiple systems, applications, and or processes. A master data management tool can be used to manage. So this can be managed by removing unwanted informations, duplicate informations. It is can be done by standardizing the informations. I will come what I mean by standardizing, and incorporate rules to eliminate incorrect data from entering the system in order to create an authoritative source of master data. So our master data or customer master data will have the best breed of records, where we have all the information about our valued and our non-valued customers. The valued customers, rather than about the single informations, we need to have a proper view with all details along with the relationships, customers, marriage informations, child informations, his address, his date of birth, anniversary, all informations properly managed and gathered together to have a master data of customer information. And this is why, if you can see, the current view of customer is singleton or individual records, and MDM or master data enterprise wide customer view is a holistic view with all relationships and all informations. Hope this clarifies master data management in a better manner. Moving ahead, why we need master data management. I hope by now you are quite clear that we need to understand our customers better. We need to understand whom to sell our product. We need to understand whom to market our product. If I am a service delivery person, I need to understand that what is my service level agreement with my customer. So a better customer understanding, better business or more business, master data management is unparalleled. So let's take this example, that one concept and multiple perspectives. Who do I market to? Let's say I'm a manufacturer and I manufacture cosmetics. A cosmetic manufacturer always target to female buyers rather than male buyers. Among the female buyers, who are the more prone to buy stuff, more prone to buy cosmetics, that they have to identify and understand using master data management technologies. And master data management experts can help them to understand their customer in a better way. Similarly, I need to understand who are the buyers. Let's say if I sell sports apparels, mostly I need to identify male and female both who are interested in sports, whose Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram has at least some posts with related to sports activities, or they have an inclination and interest towards sports, and that can be figured out from various information about those customers gathered from different machine data, social media data, and transactional data. So this is why master data management is important. So now we need to get into a more technical to understand master data management flow and key concepts. How, we will see. So this may look a very complicated diagram to you, but let's go step by step. I'm going left to right. My left, the first information what I have is sources. That is the master data import source. Data source we already discussed. There can be social media feeds, there can be transactional feeds, there can be machine data feeds. Then the next box shows that enrich data, cleans and standardize. What do we mean by cleans data and standardize data? When we extract data from source, there will be multiple unwanted informations. Let's say my name is Prabhupada. There may be chances there are some junk characters came along with my name. Prabhupada star star. So we have to remove the star part and keep only the alphabets till Prabhupada. So special characters can be removed. That's one type of cleansing. Removing unwanted characters and special characters from your information feed. What is standardized? Let's say one customer, they use always his first name and last name's first letter. For example, Prabhupada S. Another customer, he used name as P. Samattar. And another customer, they used full name, Prabhupada Samattar. So I need to have a rule to store my data in a standard format, where all customer record will follow a specific rule. Proper first name and last name with abbreviations. Across all customers, one rule has to be followed and one standard has to be followed. That is my standardization. For example, this is the example I have given you is an example of name standardization. There can be phone number standardization also. Sometimes we store phone numbers as with the country code +91 and then the number. And sometimes we just store the number as 983 something without +9. So these are two different standards of saving phone number. We have to follow one single standard across the board for saving the contact information. So that is phone number standardization. There can be address standardization, email standardizations also. Now, when the data is cleansed, standardized, the data moved into next migration layer. You can consider that next table, where we will remove the duplicate data, that is the deduplication. We will match and merge data. What is this match and merging? We will identify similar records or similar customers and remove their duplicate entries by matching them. How? Let's say my social media data has name as Prabhupada Samattar, within first bracket my nickname Babu. My credit card data has P. Samattar. My LinkedIn data has Prabhupada Samattar. I need to identify the data when comes from three different sources. I need to identify that Prabhupada Samattar Babu, P. Samattar, Prabhutta Samadar, all three are same person. This process known as matching. So how we can matching these three informations with a parameter which is called match parameter. And that match parameter can be my Aadhaar card number, which uniquely identifies me, or my telephone number, my mobile number, which can again uniquely identify me. So this process is called matching and merging to a single vendor. So there are multiple MDM functionalities. If we understand MDM in a deeper manner or want to understand, then we can discuss in separate sessions all these functionalities. So we understand when the data we collected, the data we cleansed, we standardized, we remove duplicate, we match the data, and we prepare a golden copy of master data. That is our master data, which contains all informations about a customer. So that is our customer master, which is further used for different uh, enrichment purpose or other informations. So the images has been shown in the extreme right box. A person with computer is basically using those master informations. So this is the information flow of master data, and these are the key functionalities of master data management: cleans, standardize, deduplication, matching, merging, cross-reference, etc. So this is all about master data management. Now, come to the MDM products and career opportunities. Master data is being managed by different companies like Informatica, IBM, Oracle. They all have different MDM products or tools they have built by their own, and those are market leaders. There are other companies like SAP, Market, Reltios, Tigo Systems, all the enlisted companies of master data management products and tools are market leaders, and different service companies like TCS, Accenture, Cognizant, Deloitte, all these big houses, they use these products of master data management. They use these technologies to train their employees to work on master data management area. So as a job opportunity, what we see in the industry, we see master data developers, we see master data quality analysts. You can tell them master data management testers also, or MDM testers. What you need to be a master data management expert is having basic knowledge of the programming skills like Java, SQL, Unix. You need to understand the software development lifecycle, and you will definitely get an added advantage understanding of core MDM functionalities. So you have already have a understanding or hints of core MDM understanding through this session, the information flows and why master data is important. Those things will be really handy for you when you will be entering into the industry. Similarly, for MDM quality analysts, you need to understand the basic programming skill. Uh, Let me clarify a doubt for all of you. Even if you want to join the industry as a tester, you need to have basic programming knowledge with you, because testing doesn't means that you won't be doing any sort of coding. The modern day testers are called as quality analysts. They break the code, so they understand programming language as good as a developer. So being an MDM quality analyst, you need to have the basic skills of Java, SQL, Unix, and need to understand the software testing lifecycle. Again, the added advantage, if you understand a bit of MDM. So this is, in a nutshell, the MDM part. Let me quickly check if you have any questions over here. Okay, let's move faster. Probably we can address these questions the later half or the last part of the session. So we understand master data management. We understand how the structured data can be managed. Now, we have a bigger challenge of managing huge volume of data. So that's how big data comes into the picture. So we understand first how the evolution of big data happened. In early 1960, the technology witnessed a problem with velocity or real-time data assimilation. This need inspired the evolution of databases. So if we assimilate the data in a structured format, it can be retrieved faster or accessed faster. So that was the addressing the velocity problem in early 1960s. When we moved to 1990s, we found there are major problems happening as we have already identified emails, documentations and videos. So those need to be stored somewhere. And for that, we need a storage which cannot be stored in a table format, rather NoSQL formats. Okay, so this is how in the 90s area, NoSQL stores or storages has been formed. Now in today's time, we are facing issues related to huge volume of data. Across the globe, million, billion and trillions of users using Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, LinkedIn. Have you ever thought of how this huge volume of data to be managed? Have you ever thought that what we will do with all those data? These data can be analyzed for further business purpose. These data can be analyzed to a much more business insights, analytics. And for that, we need to have a bigger storage for assimilating the data and need a technique to retrieve the data faster. For that, big data storage has been evolved. So we understand the evolution of big data. So big data is a term applied to the data sets whose size is beyond the ability of commonly used software tools to capture, manage and process the data within a tolerable elapsed time. So the data what we have in our laptop or our desktop is not a big data. The data we have in Facebook is a real data for each individual users. The data we have in Instagram handling for each individual users is a real big data. Managing those data is a real challenge, big problem. So with their original size and without any encryption. So this big volume of data is not only it's a challenge to manage the volume. So there are three aspects of big data, the major three elements, which actually helps not only storage but also retrieve and also different variety of informations to be stored and retrieved in a proper manner. So this is the three major element of big data: volume, velocity and variety. What is volume? You understand volume is the huge volume that is being approaching in exabytes now. Velocity describes the speed with which data is generated, shared and processed. Enterprise can take advantage of such data if it is captured and shared in real time. And different variety of data is contributed in different sources such as social media, PC data, transactional data, mobile data. So different variety of data is also been gathered out here as a part of big data storage. Big data is structured data, unstructured data and semi-structured data. All together forms big data. You understand what is structured data. Your PC data can be considered as a structured data, but not the images, because images you cannot store in an RDBMS. You can as a blob or club or as a B file in Oracle, but there are images with huge sizes for which B file won't be a good solution. For that, we need to go for a NoSQL form, which is an unstructured data. So in a simplistic manner, structured data are table formats of data. Unstructured data is your social media extracts. Semi-structured data is uh, the data which follows at least some patterns. Example of semi-structured data: your mobile informations or mobile feed, your call records are example of semi-structured data. Your call record has some sort of structured in place, but it's not in a tabular form. So your call record can be considered as a structured data, unstructured data or semi-structured. So big data consists of three major data areas: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. So I'm not going in details of the sources, as we have already discussed the different sources of structured and unstructured data. Let's understand the big data technology pyramid in a better way. So this is a big data technology pyramid, which consists of uh, infrastructure layer, a data collection or management layer, data storage and processing layer, a reporting layer, advanced visualization layer, and advanced analytics layer. See, we need to have a platform of storage first, where we can dump our data. So that is our infrastructure services. Hadoop provides a free infrastructure to store big data. Once we dump the data, then it comes as a part of management. So Scoop, Uzi, Zookeeper, all these technologies actually helps you to organize data or ingest the data in a initial level. So you can say that first level of screening has been done through Scoop and Uzi. The next part is data consolidation or persistent, where we will be storing the data in a proper storage in a NoSQL database or Hadoop distributed file systems by collecting the data in a real-time feed or batch feed. What is your real-time feed of data? When you put a comment in a Facebook post, that is a real-time feed. When you are getting a feed in a daytime or uploading, you post something, and if Facebook says that your post will be visible after 24 hours or after 72 hours, that means it is posting as a bulk or batch load. So data being collected as a real time and batch load and into the persistent storage. And for that, we use different technologies like MongoDB, HDFS, HBase, etc. When data moved into the reporting layer, we have different technology to retrieve it. Hive, Python is used for retrieve those data, manipulate those data. Now the next part is represent the data in a much better way. Probably seen a lot of visual graphs or plotted graphs that is being described today's COVID situation. If you see a world map in which are the areas which are most COVID impacted, it is been red spots or highlighted in red dots for different geographies and different maps. So this is a way of visualization so that you can visualize that which part of the world has more death, more number of COVID patients in a single view. That visualization techniques is being provided by Tableau, Power BI, or Cubic View using some data. So this is my data visualization area. And the last, the advanced analytics, where we define statistical model of data, we define predictive analysis, and all your engineering, maths, and statistics comes into handy in advanced analytics area. So this is all these pyramid blocks are separate topics of discussion, separate technologies, and we need to have differentiation for this. Moving ahead, let's discuss some of the typical big data business scenarios so that you can understand that how big data is important to retain customer or to manage my business in a better manner. Let's say a customer is unhappy with mobile services, calls and wants to cancel his membership. The mobile service provider checks the potential value of the customer. If value is high, mobile service provider uses various retaining tools and retains the customer. Gives some offers, some data package offers, some call offers or free call offers, and try to retain. If value is low, mobile service provider processes request for cancellation. So this is a very traditional and normal business scenario. How big data help us to think beyond this or out of the box, we will see now. So the first scenario is common. The customer is unhappy and they call the customer service, and the service provider checks the potential value of the customer. Where the customer value has been checked, they checked on social media. They check on Facebook, Twitter, and they have checked in LinkedIn or Instagram. What they found? They found value is shown as high as he is on a basic plan, but he has a strong network of users. So if this customer walks out of, then a bunch of customers may also go out of this service. So mobile service provider uses various retention tool to retain the customer. No matter what, even his value is low. They have checked his network importance through social media feed, and that's how big data helped to retain the customer and retain the business. So this is a typical example. Now, we need a platform to store the data, and we need in that platform databases, networks, softwares, everything which provides cloud. For example, let's say if I consider my mobile phone is a platform. If I want to use it as a camera, I switch on the camera. If I want to see Netflix, I click on the Netflix app. If I want to use WhatsApp, I click on the WhatsApp icon. So this is how my mobile as a platform helps to provide me various services. Cloud is same as mobile phone. Cloud provides you different services which you want. It can provide you database storage. It can provide you software. It can provide you networks. It can provide you analytics, intelligence, what you want. And importantly, if you are cloud enabled, then you can access all those informations through internet. So if you see the leftmost diagram, basically through laptop, desktop or mobile, we can access all the informations and services through cloud by accessing internet. So I think cloud services and cloud importance are, you understand that. If I move ahead, that there are three different type of clouds we have. Public cloud, nothing but availing a public bus. So all the storage informations you want to store, let's say you want to store informations or you want to use a software, everything will be shared. For example, if you use a public transport, an AC bus, you can avail AC, you can avail a seat, but it has to be shared. Private cloud is something like your private car. It's more secure and dedicated to you, and it consists of computer resources exclusively used by you or the business user. And the third one is a hybrid cloud, which is a combination of both. So there are sometimes this is called as the best of both worlds, combines on-premises infrastructure or private clouds with public clouds, so organizations can reap advantages of both. Uh, you know what is the major advantage of hybrid cloud is? Let's say I have a small business. I am maintaining all my customer information in a small database in my laptop itself. Then my business grows all of a sudden, and my customer base increases from 10,000 to 10 million. So my customer base increased a huge manner, my data increased a huge manner, so I have to immediately move into cloud. This phenomena is known as cloud bursting. So when my storage data overflows, I moved the data from my laptop to cloud. That is, let's say if I have a uh, hard drive full of photographs, my wildlife photography is photographs. I keep on saving in my hard drive, and one fine morning, oops, my hard drive is almost full. So I started uploading it into Google Cloud or Flickr. So this is a typical example of hybrid cloud. From my laptop to Google Cloud or Google Drive or Flickr, which uses different cloud storage systems to store information. This is an example of hybrid cloud. What is the example of private cloud? If I buy a storage information or more storage from Google with some money, so that is dedicated to me. And public cloud is as good as uploading your information in Facebook or your Google Drive or your Flickr account whatsoever. So moving ahead with different type of cloud, let's see what the different services clouds offers. It offers infrastructure as a service, nothing but hardware, storages, networks. Platform as a service, as I said, that if you want to buy specific software, you can buy it from different cloud vendors. So that is being a platform as a service. And software as a service also, if you want to buy specific software uh, for specific purposes, that can be done. So infrastructure as a service is buying storages, infrastructure. Platform is, you can understand, is buying a specific environment or operating systems. Let's say the big data uh, file systems, or rather Hadoop file systems, HDFS file systems, they run on a specific version of Linux, which is Ubuntu. So if you want to buy this platform, you can contact any cloud vendor. Cloud vendor will provide you the platform, which is platform as a service or PaaS. So nothing but buying a specific operating system. Software as a service is a specific softwares. If you want to code or want to build an application using HBase or Hive or Python or Spark, and that too in a big data environment with a huge volume of data, you need to buy a license of those programming languages. So for that, software as a service. So this is how the cloud delivery models exist: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Some important informations for cloud. Among many established and new cloud service providers, some offers resources specifically for big data analytics, which we already discussed. Using cloud providers' infrastructure for big data services gives access to almost unlimited storage and computer power. Cloud storage examples are file storage, MS, OneDrive, Google Drive, and object storage are basically databases. For example, S3 is an Amazon product. So in the cloud leaders in the market are Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. So Amazon provides a lot of specific services that we can discuss in separate sessions, similarly for Google and Microsoft. Now let's come to the last part of the big data professional opportunities. One is the data scientists area, where you analyze the data from various angles, determines what it means, and recommends ways to apply the data. That these data can be used in that business or that benefits. This can be come out from the data scientist's job. Data analysts are specializes in collecting, organizing, and analyzing data from various resources. And big data developers creates codes to design, manage, interpret large data sets to achieve business goals. Apart from that, there are big data testers also, which tests whatever being developed by the developer are working properly. So before getting into the quiz session, I just would like to say that the professional opportunities for data management area is huge. Be it on the big data, be it on the master data management area, the professional opportunity is huge because the usage of data is increasing day by day. The risk on the data increasing day by day, and to extract the information of the data, the need of extraction of proper information, the need of extraction and usage of those data are increasing day by day. So what is important is to focus on the basic technologies like Java, SQL, Unix, have a grip onto it when you come into your when you join the industry, so that you can pick up the specific technologies like master data management or big data in much more easier manner. All these technologies foundations are built on Java, Oracle or Oracle database or SQL understanding and Unix understanding. These are the basic pillars of all these modern days technologies. So at least one programming language you have to be thorough on, and rest will be fallen into this. So it is important, keep on learning new things. It is important that you keep on browse new technologies. So when you will be appearing onto the industry sessions or campus interviews or any job interviews, it is expected that you have studied Java or SQL and Unix. But if you have studied some advanced technologies like master data management or big data technologies or data analytics, it will definitely keep you ahead of the race. It will definitely give you an added advantage. So with this note, I would like to move into the question answer session. On the screen, it's the quiz link that has been highlighted, that has been displayed. So you can copy this link and getting into the quiz session, and you can post me any questions also with respect to the session if you want to revisit or understand something else. So here I take a pause Raj, if you want to take it over from here.
Thank you so much, Prabhuddha. Thanks for this amazing talk, informative one. I hope the participants today have gained enormously from your experience and from your knowledge.
Thank you.
Uh, Now I would like to invite Mr. Indronil, our HR director of Ardent Computech Private Limited, to give the vote of thanks for the day. And the students and other professionals who are there today, for them, like there's a small announcement. Okay, Mr. Indronil is live. I would like to extend my warm welcome to Mr. Indronil Deshwarkar, the HR director. Indronil is there with Ardent, since 2003. And he had been one of the pillars for taking the company where it is today. So uh, with my due respect for my colleague, I would like to invite him on the dais today to share his views about today's talk and also to give the vote of thanks to Mr. Shamadar.
Thank you, Prabhuto, for the excellent session. And it was really amazing to hear from him about the modern data science, which is now a thriving technology. And hope the participants have also been benefited from it. Now, am I audible to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You're
Uh, uh,
audible.
okay,
Audible.
my screen is visible, no?
Yes, your screen is also clear.
Okay. So, see, participants, I appreciate your efforts for being with us for the last 1 hour 45 minutes, and really having attending these sessions is a big opportunity from hearing from persons like Prabhu, who are such an experienced person, and we gain knowledge and we learn about these things. Now, being HR, just I want to just point out few things to all of you. As all of you are interested in technologies, as looking at your participation, so just pointing out what is the scope of the industry at present, I'll just point out a few points. Now, as a company, Ardent is there in the industry for the last 17 years, and we are partners of Microsoft and Hewlett Packard, and we are giving various types of skill development trainings to the experienced people in the industry who want to upgrade their skill sets, and also the college students, the BTech students, MCS students, BCS students who want to upgrade themselves and making them ready for the industry and making them more employable. Now, in a very short span of time, I want to tell you three things. Now, three steps for success, focusing on the COVID-19 situation. I will give you three steps of success which can take you forward. So are you interested to listen? So if you are interested, kindly type yes in the chat box. Three steps of success. How many of you are interested to get success in life? How many of you are interested in overcoming the challenges which COVID-19 is giving? How many of you are interested to make a mark that in spite of the slowdown is there, in spite of whatever negative news are coming, that you will stand out and prove yourself that I am a much stronger person who can make a significant contribution and who can make a new thing and get success in his life. So three steps for success. The first step, which I'm telling, is upgrade in latest technologies. Number one step, as you're in the technology industry, which is a very dynamic now, very dynamic place, lot of changes are taking place, new technologies are coming up, and believe me, one industry which is still going strong even in this COVID-19 situation is the IT industry. Because here it's just lot of things are coming up, lot of new challenges are coming up, and lot of placements are also happening. So upgrading in the latest technologies is the number one step which all of you should follow. Because gone are those days when few technologies to dominate the industry. A person joining as a Java developer, returning as Java developer is gone. Or a .NET developer joining as a .NET developer and returning as a .NET developer are gone. Very dynamic. So new things are coming up and everyone has to move with the trend. Those who will move with the trend will sustain, and those who cannot do cannot sustain, because industry is a place full of challenges and also full of rewards. So it will reward those who takes up the challenges and upgrade themselves, and it will not reward those who are failing to upgrade themselves. So number one step, upgrade in latest technologies as per the trend of the industry. Few technologies in demand, which I have done a small survey, just want to show to you, that is machine learning using Python programming, full stack development, Android apps development, IoT, PHP MySQL web development, and Angular. These are few areas which you can focus if you want to join the IT industry in the coming days. A lot of placements will be happening in this area, and these are some technologies which will be in demand in the coming few years. So with this, I can also add things like cloud computing. You can take up cloud computing also. So once you learn these technologies, upgrade yourself, you stand out of the crowd and you become more and more employable. Step two, project implementation, very important. So if you are a student, first year, second year, third year, final year, irrespective of the year, project implementation is very, very important. So concentrate on project implementation. Only learning the technology will not help. Industries, when they go for recruitments, are now asking what projects you have done. And it has become very, very important for the students to do some practical projects. Working on real-time projects is very important now. That is an added advantage. You have to add lot of values to your profile. So when you add things like a new technology you have upgraded, which is there in the industry, and you have also done a live project in that particular technology, that will give you an added advantage. That is how you need to prepare yourself. So first is learning a new technology, step one. Step two is project implementation. Another important step which can give, which is going to give you success, and these are compulsory steps. You cannot ignore these two steps. Now third step is global certification. Very, very important, global certification. Why global certification has become very important now? Because it is a very competitive situation. Very competitive situation. This COVID-19 has slowed down each and every industry. As thus it has slowed down, automatically what will happen is that the placements will be very selective, very, very selective. So who are going to be placed? 15 to 20 lakhs people are going to enter the industry. But what is the capacity of the industry? Capacity of industry is hardly 4 to 5 lakhs. So when the capacity of industry is hard to 4 to 5 lakhs in normal situation, and in a slowdown situation, it will come down. It will come down from there to say 3 to 3.5 lakhs. So to come in the 3 to 3.5 lakhs, you need things like global certification, because companies always prefer students with global certification. You have a profile, any one of you, and you have a logo of a global certification body like Microsoft or Hewlett Packard with it, that is going to make your CV stand out of the 20 lakh students who are competing for the jobs. That is how you have to prepare yourself. So three steps which I have given you are very important. Number one, upgrade upgrade in a new technology, learn a good technology. Number two, do a good project in that technology, do a light project in that technology, so that you can show that you have some practical project implementation knowledge. And step three is global certification. These three are three pillars. These three added to your profile will make it stand out of the 15 to 20 lakhs people who are competing for the jobs. That is how you can stand out. That is why we see people from the industry, whenever they give a feedback of the people who are coming for the jobs, they said 90% of the students who are appearing for the interviews are not placeable. 80% is not placeable. Why they tell these things? Because students, they are so focused on the academics part, they forget to update themselves what the industry is asking for. Because the academic syllabus and the requirement of the industry, there is a big gap. Now, to bridge this gap, it is your responsibility. You have to come forward and upgrade yourself. Once you upgrade yourself in this way, when you go for the interview with the interviewer, the expectation of the interviewer is something different. He has a requirement with it. He has come with a set of requirements. He doesn't know the syllabus, or he's bothered about the syllabus. And he comes up and he has some, say he needs some machine learning professionals, but the syllabus doesn't have machine learning. But that doesn't make a difference. When he is going to come for the recruitment, and when he is going to go for the interview, the preference will always be given to the requirement of the industry. They will see the profiles and they will scan the students who has those technologies in which they are working. Once that is matched, then the placements will take place. Now, that is the message from the industry which I am giving you. They are telling, we will conduct placements, we will recruit students, we will recruit professionals, but only those who have knowledge in the current technologies. So that is how you can move ahead. Now, see, certificates like this will add a lot of value. See, this is a certification from Ardent, internship certification. See, it has logos from global bodies like Microsoft and Hewlett Packard. Now, this makes a difference. See, clearly it is written from which college, what technology, and what is the project. Clearly it is written. Again, an additional certificate we give you is the internship certificate. It's an addition to training certificate. So two certificates: training certificate, internship certificate. Internship certificate is a certificate which shows you have worked in a live project. Here, everything will be mentioned about the projects. And again, you get a project letter. We also separately give you a project letter which contain details of the projects in which you have been working on. So you get all these three documents, and at the end, we give you a global certification. See, the global certification of Microsoft signed by Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. These four things, once you get in your hand, will make you more powerful. These will be game changer in the coming days. That is why we have incorporated these things. You go for a global certification, you search to the internet, it will cost you in dollars. But as we have an MOU with Microsoft, we are able to give to the students at a very, very nominal price. In fact, we don't charge the students anything for the Microsoft certification. We only charge for the training portion, and we have integrated the Microsoft certification with the training portion. So we have, this is the process which we follow. Training by industry experts, we have industry exposure, theory and practical, lot of focus on practical, then project implementation and documentation, and at the end, certification. All the certifications which we have showed you, which I have showed you, you will be getting once you complete the internship. And also at the end, post internship services. That is, post training services is, if you want to add more modules to your project, we are there to help you. If you want to add many things, you want to clarify some doubts, we are there to help you. Now, all these things at present, due to lockdown, are happening online. So we have a very strong online platform, and we have excellent team which will be supporting you 24 hours. Technical team, they will be supporting you to install the software and any type of problems you face. The experienced mentors will be giving you guidance. The contents are industry standard approved by the industry. You get an opportunity to work in real-time projects. and you get a lot of study materials from our end. So all these things we will give you. We want the students to come forward. We want the professionals to learn the new technologies in this situation, and so that they can move ahead. And believe me, many students at present, more than 500 students are doing their internship. And at the same time, many professionals from various companies across the companies are contacting us. They are upgrading their skills because they have understood that if they don't follow this upgradation, it is very difficult to survive. But remember one thing, it is not at all easy, not at all difficult to upgrade. Each of the technologies which I have shown you are very easy to learn if you are sincere. We will make it very easy for you to learn. The teaching is happening in such a way that you will never find it difficult to understand the concepts. We'll give the formal training, then there will be video recordings will be provided to you, live sessions, video recording, doubt clearing session, everything, so that you learn them properly, you do the projects properly, and at the end will help you to get the global certification from Microsoft, so that at the end of everything you find yourself that you know something very nicely, you have a project in your hand, and you also have a global certification. So with all these tools you will be more powerful. Now here you can, I will show you few of our ex students who had done their training. Just have a feedback, just see the feedbacks. They are at doing internship at present, and they're about
Mr. Indranil, the audios are not, it's audible. The feedbacks are not audible, unfortunately. There's some issue. The feedbacks are not audible. The audio isn't clear. It's not coming clearly.
our mentors, which you can see that we have very experienced mentors with us, who are the people who are going to guiding you. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You're audible.
So these are the mentors who are going to guide you. All have the industry background. They are from the industry. These are the people who are going to help you in working in the internship projects. So start now. Don't stop. And whatever the lockdown is giving you an ample time, ample opportunity to learn the new technologies. So per day, not much time, just 2 hours per day. Find out time from your daily schedule and 3 to 4 days in a week. Say, I will dedicate this time in learning new things. I'll dedicate this time in making my career move ahead. I will dedicate this time to make myself more powerful in the technology part so that I can fight the new challenges which the COVID-19 has brought. That is the only way, a way out. Technology is going to help us to fight this glow out. So learn new things, and we are going to give you all the support, all the platform, everything at a very nominal price. And you can get all the details from our website, see dardencollaborations.com. Visit our website, see all the trending technologies are there which are in demand in the industry. See the contents. These are the numbers given. You can call us. That is Mr. Rajmohan's number, and the second one is my number for any assistance, any guidance, and that is the email ID. For any queries, you can write to us. And the remaining 2 links, don't forget to give the feedback and review. They are compulsory for getting the e-certificate which is associated with this program. So with these items, all of you who are attending this session, whether you are technology student, whether you're industry professional, we are there to support you. All of you will make it big in your life. All of you will be getting success. All of you will be going far ahead in your careers. Just make yourself technologically sound. That is the need of the industry now. Everything, every transformation is taking towards technology. So come ahead, learn, and we are there to support you. So thanks for attending the webinar. Thanks to all of you. So with this, I end my session. So thanks to all of you. Mr. Rajmohan, I have ended my session.
Thank you, Mr. Indronil. I would also like to extend my thanks again to Mr. Prabudho for this wonderful session, what he took today. And thank you to all the participants today who are live and listening to us. And please subscribe to our channel and view other videos that are there in the channel. We will be coming up with another live video next week, and that will be on interview skills. We will have 2 separate live sessions. The first session will be how to crack HR interview, and the second live session is going to be how to crack technical interview. So that's going to be again a very engaging session. So we'll have one session next week, another session probably next to next week. So within this month itself we'll have 2 more sessions, and those will be on interviews. So with this, I just call it a day. Thanks to each and everyone for being with us for almost for last more than 2 hours, or close to almost 2 hours 40 minutes. Thank you. This I say goodbye to each one of you. Take care. Stay safe at home. Bye bye.